Hello, gamers! Welcome to episode 40 of Gamers Galaxie, the #1 news source for Immutable games and their ecosystem. We have an absolute ton to cover today, but before we jump into all of that, hello Rubick, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm at the end of a flu. I'm hoping at the end of it. It's that's why it's been so long since our episode and why there's so much content to cover. But yeah, I'm feeling okay, but don't sound it, if you know what I mean. I'm at that stage where I'm just agitated from feeling the cough all the time and that. So yeah, probably start off on a downer, but
Nah.
But it's the facts, and we just power on, don't we?
You still sound pretty good, so I think you'll be all right. But yeah, I know that feeling of being agitated, and I was busy and you couldn't get a hold of me, and you had to do a solo interview with Storm Warfare recently, and I thought it went pretty well. I listened through it. There was a couple tidbits out of it, and what'd you think about the interview that you did?
Yeah, I was a bit like back into the driver's seat, which which I very happily allow you. Well, not allow you, but expect you to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I just enjoy giving my opinions. I mean, and you setting the pace. So, but it was a little pressure there. I was actually meant to have another host, but their child had an accident, had to go to surgery. So I was just all last minute. I was there. And we got through it. I love the Elon Musk answer. That was another new one. I never heard it. No one said rich before, had they? So yeah, that was fun. They got big plans for the game. Since then it's released. I think they've released a little bit early, to be honest with you. Like, everything's been delayed. There's people complaining about their support. You know, they were trying to get the game out and be the first to launch on ZK EVM, and in the end they weren't really, because GOG's out. You know, and it's I consider it a full game, not a beta. So it doesn't really matter. Just make the game fun, make it work properly, but you know, they've got big ambitions. They've got the building you got the right attitudes. I really like them and their mission and what they're doing, and they're just one of the real ones. So I'm wishing on the 7th of June they have the start of that big $50,000 tournament. So yeah. I'll be I haven't started yet because I've been so busy. So the wife and the child are away at the moment, so I've got a bit of time to play games over the next couple of weeks. So yeah, I'll be giving it a go.
Yeah, I was interested. They were talking about the wanting to do a social platform, and I was very curious of how they're going to pull that off with a TCG game. But we see a lot of TCG games. This one seems like it's going to be one of the better ones, just visually, and you know, it's got some lore to it. So yeah, I'm interested to see what they do, and hopefully I get a chance to play it myself, because I haven't yet.
I played it before it's been on chain, so just a couple of games. It was pretty much like Gods Unchained, similar experience.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got by the company FGL NFT Games, Outlaw Troopers. This one, I gotta give them credit. They got some really cool music. I'm gonna play a quick clip of it here. It reminds me of the 80s, and I'm a huge 80s fan. I don't know if you can hear that, but this is on their
I can.
On the X page.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of the gameplay.
Yeah, I could listen to that all night.
No, I had to give him a shout out for that. I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, but sci-fi themed sandbox game, strategic empire with single player, multiplayer, and real-time combat. What's your thoughts on this one?
I consider it an empire simulator. It seems very basic and old pixelated style, and you know, it's kind of reminds me of like the original games that come out in crypto, like the DeFi farm skinned as a game. You know, like there seems to be not too much strategical side to it, just like go through the motions, do this class, upgrade that. There's pretty linear experience but in saying that, I haven't played it yet, and I will play it because they sponsored us. Thanks, shout out to Outlaw Troopers for helping us to exist as an organization. So they gave us 22 NFTs to give out to our community.
Wow,
which is phenomenal.
Yeah, that is phenomenal. I've seen that they are on wax or were on wax. Do you know if they still are? They're just gonna multi-chain, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, this is. It's hard to criticize someone when you partner with them, but I think they've got some naivety about them when it comes to what a chain does. Like they've actually said it in their work that they're coming to Immutable to get more players. Like that's not how you get more players. You get more players with making a fun game, marketing it well, and then expanding. So I think they're relying on the Immutable name. Like we've mentioned this in the past. So I've consulted them with this, and I will actually approach it we're actually interviewing them in a couple of days, you and I. Did you know that?
Yeah. I did.
Okay, cool. Just making sure you knew, mate, that you're interviewing someone in a couple of days. And so we're having our next episode. We'll have them out and we'll ask them questions about their strategy, onboarding strategy. Their sales started already. It's not doing well. Is
the sale taking place on Immutable's platform?
No, we'll get to this later.
Okay.
There's a brand new tool that Immutable's built, and they're the first to trial it, and we'll get into it later.
Okay.
But it's their own page, pre-sale page. I think they marketed that wrong as well. People think pre-sale, so you're not actually getting anything. You are actually getting the NFT. It's on ZK EVM, and pre-sale they mean is you can't use it yet because ZK EVM is not live to the end of June. So
right.
Like lots of promise. Good people. I really like them. And they're just multi-chain to acquire new players. I think that's a mistake. It should be a migration to Immutable, and a bigger marketing plan, and the sale happen after ZK EVM's live, or the sale lasts until ZK, very close, like a day or two before ZK EVM live, and then for a week or two after it, rather than for 5 weeks leading up to the ZK EVM. So but
how pumped are you for this game?
50.
Yeah. Yeah, I bumped them up. I bumped them up because of the music. They really impressed me.
We're gonna play it then.
Yeah, I'm probably about a 40. It's not like my favorite style game, but I'd give him a 40 for sure. And that might change when we talk to him, get to know a little bit more about the game, and maybe we can convince them to go exclusive with Immutable, and maybe they can get into the rewards program.
Yeah.
But
no brainer, isn't it?
Yep, for sure. And next up, we've got Overtake Studio. This is 3 different games, and this one, boy, the cinematics on these are absolutely amazing on all 3. You've got the red one, Occultation, and it's an extraction shooter. Golden Guardians, mobile casual RPG. This one made me laugh because it's vegetables and fruit, and they're attacking somebody, and then he attacks them back, and basically kills a bunch of vegetables and fruit. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on, but it made me laugh. And then they got Somnis Royal Rush, a casual real-time strategy. And this one kind of reminded me of Monsters Incorporated, if you know the movie a little bit. But there's no gameplay. It's just cinematics. A little concerned about that. What's your thoughts?
So breaking it up, the red one, Occultation or Occultation. I don't know what the word is. Occultation. Okay, occult. I don't know what it. How do you say that word?
I thought it was Occulation. Maybe I got it wrong.
Occulation. I don't know. That's a typical word for me.
I hate when they do that. I was trying to go. Good. Wasn't expecting the music to kick in there.
The Red One Occulation doesn't have any video gameplay or screenshots or anything, so I couldn't find anything. It was, but from the video, the part where they're grouping up against like shooting against the environment rather than each other is what excites me about this game. I'm really hoping this is a team-based extraction shooter where you have to try and survive the map to get the goodies, and if you die, you don't get anything, and if you make it out alive, so sometimes your team will have to sacrifice themselves to enable one of your players to get out. So it'll be either you work together and you be selfless, or you all lose. I'd really love to see that, and I think it's a really good idea for a Web3 game to see the greed come out in people and try to like cut them off at you know what I mean, like because they're getting a real life valuable item. The greed is going to be like they will do it in non-greedy games where you don't win anything, just status. You know what I mean?
Right.
Imagine when with money as well involved. So yeah, I think that if that's what they're building, that's awesome. Yeah, so I'm pretty pumped for that one. 87%. So yeah.
Yeah, trailer was amazing. Absolutely amazing for sure. I did notice, I don't remember seeing this yesterday, but I missed it. They have Immutable migration is live. Click here to migrate and claim your reward. I'm going to have to do that because I did not know they had something going on.
I think they got Pope stuff like Soulbound stuff, so they're just redoing it all on ZKVM. So that's pretty cool. A good trend from Immutable lately is a lot of the games they're announcing are out already as they announce them. So, or out within a month, or you can do like this stuff on chain already. So it's not like you know they used to announce games 2 years like older. 2 years ago they announced older, and Elder just responded to me the other day in X saying, correct, we haven't chosen a chain yet. So it's just if anything's over a year old, like. I don't believe it's on Immutable until I see proof that it still is. You know what I mean? Anymore because it's just happened so much. So,
right.
But yeah, so just seeing these games have skin in the game by having things on ZKVM already is just so cool. I think there's like 18 collections on ZKVM already, so it's pretty cool. 18 different games. I mean,
nice.
Yeah. But the Golden Guardians has actually got gameplay on it. If you click on the video, you can see the there, that one, the video.
So I thought this was cinematic also, wasn't it?
Or is it down further? Yeah, maybe it's down further on the screen.
Okay, let me go back. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, get out of here. All right. Why won't it let me go back?
Top right. There's a little.
There it is.
Yeah,
okay. You said. Go back.
Kicking golden. Yeah.
It looks pretty. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
And it's pretty cool. I like it. It's like it's very nowhere near as good as AAA as you're expecting. It's just a little bit better than pixelated, but it's but the game looks fun. If you look at it, it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Let's just hope the red one isn't the same quality graphics as the cinematic.
Right. I just like that they're killing vegetables and fruit. This cracks me up.
They are called casuals. On their website, they're called casual, the other two games, and the other one, red one, isn't. So, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's...
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned this. I didn't see this part right here, so...
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, this one's out in Q3, 24, so it's out within the next 4 or 5 months. And, yeah, I'm 50% for that one.
Yeah, this actually looks fun. I like these style of games. I'm gonna give this one a 60.
Sure. Cool.
But yeah.
And
this, did you just have something to say?
There's one more, Somnis, Rumble Rush, the casual RTS.
Oh my gosh, so sorry.
No, it's all right.
Okay.
You can see some screenshots there of the game. So it's not as it's a casual game, so it's not like the full-on AAA treatment. The RTS. What does it mean? Like how it's a bit pixelated kind of graphics, lots of spreadsheets and control, like a bit like maybe Outlaw Troopers in style, So I love RTSs, but until I see this one, I'm less than another one because that one I can just pick it up on my mobile, play it quickly. This one here looks like it's a little bit of brain power required, and if they get it right, I'll like it. It'll be way higher, but it's 40% now.
Right. Yeah, I'm not as much as into these ones right here, so I'll probably be about a 30 on this one. But I don't know how I didn't see these when I was looking through this last night. That's cool. I like that. I like that color or the character there. That looks pretty cool. So, yeah, that's Overtake with their 3 different games, and yeah, we definitely want to see more on the red one for sure. This next one,
Immutable announced that all 3 are coming as well, not just one.
right?
So
yeah, I did see
even
that
though
as
it
well.
had the picture, it only had a picture of Red One as the image, but it did say in the message that all 3 are coming. So interesting.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got to play this one last night. I downloaded it to the phone. I believe it's AEW. I'm trying to think of that. What it was standing for again. Hold on. I had this.
AEW is the wrestlers, isn't it? Something
Yes.
wrestlers. It's
Yeah,
like an organization.
I forget what the acronyms for, but they've got some partners with like TNT. Download the game. I played it. They got a campaign mode, PvP arenas, a daily calendar, missions, events. It's basically just button mashing right now, and you pretty much win just by button mashing. I don't see how this is going to be very sticky. Maybe it's not complete and they got to add more to it, but I wouldn't play this game more than 30 minutes for sure if that's all they're going to do for it. It's literally just wait for your button to light up so that you can do it. You do it like 3 or 4 times, and then when the character that you're fighting gets low in health, you do an ultimate. It's the same ultimate every single time. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I didn't see how this will last if they don't add more to it. Hate to bash it, but that's how I felt with playing it last night.
Yeah, I've been playing it every day for this is definitely a wrestler fan game, like
yeah, for sure.
The idea, if you know people that are into AEW wrestling, which is probably pretty big. I think it's owned by Warner Brothers, is it? I assume it is. This game's built by Warner Brothers, so I assume it's a Warner Brothers business that owns it. So, or they've got close ties to get the IP, because all the names of the wrestlers are. I used to watch wrestling like 20 years ago, and all the names are from like people I've heard of before. From like there's names in there that I've heard of before that they're not no names.
Right.
So like you can see that.
I think it was Chris Jericho was the big name that I seen in there. Was the one that I remember as
a
wrestler.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
Yeah. Look like you can customize your guys. Probably have skins in it and stuff like that. I would imagine.
It's quite linear in terms of the development, the leveling up, and like it's go through the motions sort of thing. Very limited strategy to it. There is a little bit, but the game can be fun, like trying to time so you got like 3 cooldowns and they're special moves, and it's repetitive, but trying to time it so you keep control of the ring, you sacrifice some hits at start and you build up some space to, and just react to their moves. Yeah, it gets a bit repetitive, but it's a bit of fun. I play it every day, so
nice.
Just a couple of minutes.
Gotcha.
But I am not that pumped for it. I'm 50% pumped for it because I do play it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at a 15 on this one. I don't see myself playing this unless they add something to it. It's just not my cup of tea. But
we went to partner with them, and I was talking to them. I was on a big chat with them, and they were like, "Yeah, let's have a chat." And that, and next thing I went into the Discord, and the chat's ended, and she didn't respond to me, or the person who was speaking to, I think it was she. After about a heap of back and forward, and then just didn't respond to me, and then all of a sudden our chat history was gone. And you open a ticket in a Discord. Mm-hmm. So we were supposed to work together to get the name out. They've only got 354 followers on X. Immutable announced them without putting their tag into the announcement, so no one knew who they were. I responded to them, the Immutable announcement, saying this is their tag, their official announcement. It's weird. They're a Passport. You use Passport, but it's not on the games page for Passport. Or if you go onto games, it's not listed there. Is it?
I haven't seen it.
I don't think it is. Yeah. I'm pretty certain it's not there. Anyway,
this next one, we talked about this one before. This is a conversion. Strike Manager 3, right?
Yeah, that was a rumor conversion. Yep.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, rumor conversion. There is a lot to do in this game. I actually checked this game out. I didn't play it, but I checked it out a couple of weeks ago because we were going to talk about it, and then we took it out of our content, and then now it's back. You can do all kinds of stuff. It's going to be on mobile. Very Sims-like if you've played that game before, but in the style of soccer. And like I said, lots of customization. It just seems like it'd be a lot of management, and maybe there's a lot of people that like those style of games, but I wouldn't have the time for it. You can, design your stadiums. You can design the economy around your stadiums down to the shops that are around it. You can upgrade your athletes by putting in like training facilities, monitoring what they eat. You can trade them with other people. There's just a lot to do with this. It's very, very Sims-like, in my opinion. Have you ever played one of those games before?
Yeah, I'm not into them because they're so time consuming. This is really detailed one, very confusing, lots to learn. So I played it a couple of times, but I just don't have the time to think it. This is a dedicated game. It's very in depth. My feeling is that they're Web 2. They're a big studio. They've had 29 million downloads of their games. This is the third version.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely Web 2 enabled if you want to play this game without NFTs. If you buy NFTs, they're more powerful, so you get an advantage. But I was in talks with these guys as well, and they really don't understand Web 3 at all. Like it's
No?
no mate.
That's not good.
Just even their strategy of how they do everything, like it's just it's kind of like. What I mean by they don't understand Web 3, let me clarify that, is that they are Web 2 minded. They have no idea about the Web 3 culture or Web 3 processes or best practices or what's working now. And what their ideas are like, that they don't understand how spreading the word, by going to different communities, and using them to, like, I asked for an NFT to give away to my community,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "Man, these are worth $200." I can't give you an NFT worth $200. like, mate,
Right.
what?
Yeah.
Like,
That's like some of the premise of Web3's, giveaways, and like $200 ain't nothing in Web3. Honestly, I mean, it's something, but
Yeah, so I was like, mate, look, I don't think you really understand what we offer. So when you're ready, come back and see us. If you decide. But they're
lots of potential with this game.
Lots of potential. They're just gonna learn Web 3.
Yeah, that's a lot of downloads. 29 million. I didn't know that. So yeah, well,
they got multiple games. There's another one coming as well, a basketball version of it. So
right. Yeah. How excited are you for this one?
40%.
I'm gonna say 20 just because I don't have the time to play it. I wouldn't have it. I'm barely keeping up with what I have now, and this one looks like a lot of management. So, but next up on the dock, we've got EldaRune. This is 1 token, 4 games, interoperable NFTs between all these games and chains. Looks like it was on Avalanche. They got 235,000 followers, which is a nice number for sure. You want to talk about the 4 games, or?
I think they're all like the same game, but just different modes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like really. I actually interviewed these guys for Yoda Labs when I used to do spaces for them for Yoda Labs. Shout out to Yoda Labs. And I just, they got a multi-chain theory that multi-chain's the best way. That was like a year ago. So they've been, I think the Czech.
I'm sorry?
I think they're from the Czech Republic, I believe, or around that area of Europe, not France or Germany or something like maybe the Romania or Hungary or that kind of, or Czech Republic, around that kind of side of things. And they're it was probably one of the least exciting interviews I've ever done. I don't know if it was cultural difference or communication barrier or just I just came out of that interview going deflated from actually wanting to play the game because of the interview. So I haven't really done too much research into this game since or before, but you know, that just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's not going to be a good game. But I'm just not personally pumped for it. And also multi-chain, you know what I think of multi-chain.
Right.
So
Yeah, they got the idle game that you can grind, make clans and PvP. They've got the TCG game. They've got a mobile game. And the one that I was a little bit interested in was their text-based story game. I thought that one looked kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, it's great. Yeah, interoperable NFTs, but I'm starting to like all these games. They're almost like all of them. It's like either TCG, MOBA, or RTS for the most part. But maybe they're going to be able to set some stuff different, and their NFTs are going to be exciting since they can go through these 4 games. And yeah, I'm gonna probably say I'm about a 30% pumped on that game. EldaRune.
yeah.
How do you? Where
30.
you at on that?
Yeah, 30% as well.
Yeah. This next one I'm really pumped for. Engines of Fury. I actually know designer Dave from this one. Been talking to him for years. Interviewed him a long time in a different game. And they've got a lot going on. They are multi-chain, which I know how you feel about that. But they did come to Immutable. This is a big game in the Web3 community. A lot of people know about it. It's a top-down free-to-play extraction shooter. It's on the BNB network as well as Immutable. They've got some big backers too: Animoca Brands, Shima Capital. There's a storyline and lore. I'm pretty sure Dave Fried is involved with that, aka Designer Dave. They've got 4 different factions: Forge, Verdant, Eternals, and Altered. Yeah, fight, loot, extract, craft, and upgrade. I like these style of games. This is another game that's kind of like this, not exactly as a Shutdown. I like that game, and these are my style of games right here. So I'm 85% pumped on this one. I know I threw a lot out there. You got any extras?
Well, I knew that you're going to have a lot to say, so I didn't even prepare for this one. And all I'm going to leave, B&B. Anyone that builds on B&B is like instantaneous for me. So like that's just ridiculous. And I'm 30% pumped for it. But I did know that you'd like it because not only because I knew you knew Dave, but also because it's so similar to Shutdown.
Yep.
And in there, and you know, you've liked those kind of games. So I thought, I'll just let you take the whole glory of this chat, mate.
Yeah, I knew a little about this one. I've been watching it for a while. Post-apocalyptic also. I got the graphics up there now. I think that looks pretty cool. The one thing I have noticed about them, they are pushing that token hardcore, the Fury token. They've been really pushing it. Makes me wonder a little bit. Like, I hope they got the funds. Yeah, they really pushed it a lot. Like, that's been. I'd like to see them push the game more because I think the game is good enough to sell the token, but it seems like they've been talking about the token more, but maybe I'm just reading it wrong. So we'll see. I can't wait to I still haven't been able to play it, and I know somebody on the inside, and I've been giving him crap about that. I'm like, dude, I thought you were going to get me into play this. He's working on it. So, yeah. Next up is Awaken. I laughed because it's at Immutable. This is the second game we've seen. EldaRune was also on an Avalanche. This is on an Avalanche, so looks like another multi-chain game. It's by Palati Labs. Is that Palati Labs? Oh, this is the Mortal Kombat style one I was looking at.
Yeah. They seem to be very in bed with AVAX to be coming to Immutable, to be honest with you. So their whole website's got Avalanche all over it. You can see that down the bottom there. You can see when you just scroll down. Avalanche there, and you get every page got Avalanche. It's like that Rave Racing that talks about Venom more than their own game. These guys are doing the same. So
right.
I'm surprised to see that they're signed with Immutable since they still are writing about partnerships with AVAX. So I assume it's going to be a multi-chain. It's not announced by them or Immutable officially, but it's on. I realize I put it in the wrong section as of Immutable announced. It is Immutable announced because it's on Immutable's website. They've added it to the play section of their website.
Okay.
Personally, I'm not that big a fan of fighting games. 10,000 followers, 20%.
Yeah, if this was like Tekken, I love Tekken, or Marvel versus Capcom, I'd be hyped about this, but I was never really big into Mortal Kombat, so I'm probably at a 20% hyped on this one. And that is...
Wow.
Yeah.
Thought you liked this genre.
Nah, not really. I was never really into Mortal Kombat, but, you give me some old school Tekken or Marvel versus Capcom, yeah, I'll be there all day long, for sure.
Aren't they the exact same game, pretty much with different graphics?
No, there's... Well, yes and no. The Mortal Kombat was about, finishing moves, and they have a different set of combo system versus the other games. They're somewhat similar, but a little bit different.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. Next up, we've got... So all right, is this Age of Mars, or is this Mars?
Mars for me.
Okay,
That's
Mars
right.
for me. I want to make sure I don't...
Mars Battle. I think the game's called Mars Battle, but their Twitter's called Mars for me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 88,000 followers. That's a nice stat right there for sure. And this was the... I hope I got this right. This is the 5v5 tactical shooter, right?
Yeah, arena shooter, and it's the one where we talked about in episode 36 when they announced the Immutable. So this less than 24 hours ago, Immutable announced these guys now. So we don't need to go into too much detail because in episode 36 we covered it. So we can just say that it was on B&B. It's coming to ZK EVM. Is it going to be multi-chain? Feels multi-chain still. Pump 4, 50%. Interesting to see it, come through. If Immutable announced it, probably means that there's more likely to be, single chain, but a migration.
Yeah, I'm probably close to where you are. I'm going to say 45%. I seen somewhere I wanted to mention. I don't know if it was on their Twitter or what. They got something about completing 5 simple quests and you get an NFT. I'm looking to see where I seen that yesterday, but I did see it because I wrote it down on my notes. So I will have to go back and look and try and find it. Maybe I gotta find it and put it in our Discord. By the way, yes, if you haven't joined our Discord, definitely get into Gamers Galaxy Discord. All kinds of giveaways and whitelist and just a lot of good alpha that comes in there. And yeah, get on in. So that was Mars. And then the next one we got up is Domination. Domination, yes. 17,000 followers. The Pulse is coming. Fight, loot, dominate. Team of... Oh, okay. This is the one with the devs. Roughly 40 devs. Some of them from Xbox, PlayStation, and Activision. Doesn't mean that they're the best, but hey, they come from some brand names. And the one thing I've seen is this is not coming out till 2025, but it is on mobile.
That's not that far away anymore, mate. It's on mobile? Or is it on PC?
I thought I seen it on mobile. I got in my notes that it's on mobile.
Oh, nice. I didn't see that. Cool. It just looks quality, doesn't it? Everything about it looks quality. This is the biggest signing, one of the top 5 signings of the last 6 months, I'd say. Personally, I think it's a big one.
Yeah, I like the comic style things they got going on, but it does give me that Fortnite feel. How do you think that as well?
Yeah, more like Fortnite than any other ones. It's got a pretty cool point to it that instead of the dome shrinking, and if you get caught out, that you start to lose health. Mm-hmm. It's like there's multiple domes you got to get into.
Right.
And if you're not in one at the time, you get instantly zapped. So
right.
There's no leniency. So it'll be interesting to see how that is, and I assume it goes from 42 players as well on the screen at once down to top. Is it duo or triples together, or is it one but individuals? When there's only 5 domes and there's 42 people, you gotta chuck almost 8 people in each one, sort of thing. So
I hope I didn't misquote that it's on mobile. I thought I seen it was on mobile somewhere. So don't quote me on that. I might have been a little sleepy last night when I was going through this.
Maybe. They're all doing mobile, mate, so you're probably right. I just didn't see it myself.
Right.
Yep. But yeah, this one looks really good. I am not a shooter fan, as you know, so my 79% pump for is because it's a shooter. Otherwise, if it was another style of game, I'd be 89%.
Right. Yeah, I want to throw in a higher rating too, just because of the potential. Sometimes a game I might not like playing it, but if I see the potential for it, I'll get pumped just because it's a good game coming into the Immutable ecosystem. That's coming soon. I don't see. I might be wrong about the mobile, but we'll have to see. Next up, we've got. I think there's another rumor conversion, if I'm not mistaken. Toyland Défense.
Yeah, that one is. They've got two X's. That Shield Games is their main like company name, and there's also Toyland Défense. They're building 3 games. So they've only announced one of them on Immutable. They're in our Discord. The founders, they've only got 113 followers on X. When I joined them, they only had 19, and their Discord only had like 15 people in it. So it's really early days. They've got a lot of work to do with marketing. So we're working on building a partnership with them. But yeah, tower defense games, if they can be really fun. So I love that genre as well, especially if they're really cool, well done. It's in development at the moment. I believe it's going to be ZKVM.
Reminded me of the playstyle of Epic Wars, but without the component where you can control your main guy.
Oh yeah, it's similar to that, is it?
Yeah. Oh, also they have
yeah.
They have a PvP and a boss mode also. That's the one difference I did see is the boss mode. So I would assume that's more of the PvE style, but yeah, I'm gonna give this one a 35 pump for this. Where are you at?
45.
45. Okay.
Excuse me.
And I've got your lovely X page up right now because I don't know where this tweet's at, but KryptoMon is building on ZK EVM, and he responded to you about it or something, or can you fill us in?
The community manager. The community manager. I was talking about Mons or something like that, and they just responded to me saying we're building on ZK EVM. I said something about all the Mons or something like that, and they just confirmed that because it's on the Immutable Play page, but no one's announced it. They haven't announced it. They talk about Polygon all the time. They migrated from B&B to Polygon. So, they actually left B&B to go to Polygon. So I didn't believe, I had it as rumor because, like, why would you make all that effort to migrate to Polygon, like the proof of stake Polygon, and then migrate again? So it's just that they realized that B&B's absolute junk and they're off it, and then they'll expand multi-chain into the Polygon ecosystems.
Yep.
So, yep, that's, but
people chasing that
it's
volume.
Confirmed now.
Yep. Good. Like to hear that. Another TC. Wait, we can't. Can we be pumped for that announcement?
No, we don't have to be pumped for the.
Okay. I felt like I was missing something because we didn't talk about it, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not an actual game. So yeah, this is a game though. Champions TCG, Honktown minting now. Another TCG in the landscape full of TCGs. Play, trade, craft, and earn. They're going to have tournaments daily, and it is playable now. And then they have a mint coming on June 18th. What's your thoughts on this TCG?
This is a cool one, and I didn't do any research on this one because I got a funny story to tell. So they follow me. They follow me for a long time. They've got a really cool like social media. They're a bit edgy. They say some pretty out there stuff, They sponsor Qflux. I don't know if you know Qflux. He's an ex-Gods Unchained streamer, and he's gone. He does this and Goons, and mate, it was so funny. Like he's the one that attacks Immutable, because he didn't get sponsored by them. Because these other chains that have got like low tier games, not as many numbers. They've got to try and pump. Gods Unchained's got 10,000 daily players every single day minimum. It's one of the biggest crypto games out there, like in terms of daily, actually real players playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
And, so they don't need to go and spend, money on streamers that have got 1,000 followers. You know what I mean? Like it's just not in their best interest. But a game like Goons and this one here, they're trying to get through. They'll take that, just give them a little bit of money. So he's got begrudged Immutable for some reason. I don't know. I actually don't even know. Maybe they did something. He's rightfully justified, but he's on Kagi level of upset with Immutable.
Wow, that's pretty high.
So Yeah, he's up there, man. He's got a lot of hate for Immutable, mate, and he's written a few things about botting and all that kind of stuff on the X, and then it was announced that they're coming to Immutable, but it was done in a really funny way. Not that message you saw. It was like we're going to Immutable, and something because they're building on Bitcoin's light chain or whatever it is that garbage chain that's not ready for
Ordinals.
It's not ordinals. It's just another Bitcoin things. They do it. Got sucked in by the Bitcoin name, and it's just, Bitcoiners aren't gamers. So also the technology is not very well designed to handle games. So he's complained about it. But I didn't believe it. So I joined the Discord, and then I just saw this Qflux guy go off on Immutable, mate. Like literally. They're garbage. There's no community. We're not going to be going there because he's talking like it's his game. Yeah, like he's the owner of the game. That's the way it comes across when he's speaking. Mm-hmm. Like he's not saying I don't want us to go there. He's saying we're not going there. And I just this was just a joke. This is just a G up trying to get noticed. So they're doing what everyone does, pick on the big dog, Immutable, and so I just left the Discord and unfollowed and just went, that's bullcrap, and they're not coming to Immutable. But it was actually true. They are coming to Immutable in the end. So I just wish I stayed in there and just go, Qflux, mate. You can't escape Immutable, mate. You're stuck.
Yeah. What happened?
What do you think about Immutable now? Do you still hate Immutable?
Oh, my goodness. I bet he's probably probably went.
Are you selling your
fury mode?
Are you selling your TCG cards? Your Champions TCG cards now already?
Oh man, you probably had to eat on that one.
Are you loading up your Immutable ZK wallet, mate, with IMX to buy Champions TCG cards, mate?
Right.
So funny.
So how pumped are you for this Champions TCG? Looks pretty good.
Well, they're really. Yeah, it looks good. I'm TCG'd out, mate. I just if it was I'm going to say hi because one, the guy's really edgy and I rate that. I think someone that's got the balls to say stuff that's not in the PC correct, in the line of this is the sheep, how you sheep have to behave. Just he does his own. Whoever's in charge of that social media is a legend. He's built a pretty cool game apparently. There's a couple of guys in our Discord, Valdez, that are Gods Unchained players that's their second game that they love. So it's a good game, obviously. Mm-hmm. And and just because Qflux, and also they're going to sponsor us, so you'll see a giveaway. Join our Discord. It'll be running until the mint date. So to get involved, join our Discord, and we'll have some just to sign up for a raffle to win games. I didn't manage this partnership. Our other founder or our other admin member,
right,
in our Discord is organised it. So I don't know if you knew that we got sponsored. I think you can see it there. We got sponsored. So
yeah, that's awesome. Very, very cool. I'm very appreciative of that, and definitely we'll check this out when it's out. I'm a little intrigued. This looks a little bit not as intensive as a TCG and some of the others are. So I might give this one a check, and I'm going to go 40% pumped on this one.
I got 50.
50? Okay.
Yeah.
This next one I'm very intrigued by. Empyrean Nights, 33,000 followers by Valeris Games. It's got a scary, eerie feel to it. You're in a rundown hospital. There's definitely zombies with red eyes, or I don't think they're laser eyes. They're just red eyes. They're infected or something. The trailer was pretty good. It's got kind of a thrilling, eerie feel to it. Do you have any more information on this one?
You can see they've got written Immutable on their homepage, on their Twitter page. They're joining Immutable. So yeah, they're coming. They're also multi-chain, Ton blockchain, and ZK Sync. This Ton blockchain is getting some momentum. I've hearing about it more and more, but it looks really cool. I saw the guy tweet that everyone else sucks. Where is it? Valeris game is addressing the lack of excitement and engagement with our dynamic, captivating approach. Prepare for a thrilling ride. They've said a few things that that are pretty like edgy as well, so I like them for that. But yeah, the game looks good. Vampires. There's not many vampire games, believe it or not, is there?
This is a vampire game.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I thought it was zombies.
No, vampire game.
What'd you think of the eerie background music and all that? Do you like that?
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Play a quick little clip of that here. I like it. I caught my interest in that. You know, I just I like games that add that little flavor, and you know, it piqued my interest for sure. I'm gonna go 70% pumped on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 60 because of the multi-chain. I probably won't play it because of the multi-chain. You know, it's pick a chain and build on it, mate. Yeah, you know, that's if it's a great game, I'll play it on any chain. Like I don't want to have the complexity of multi-chain. So
I know.
Yeah, probably won't play it.
This next one, it's called All at Once. I'm calling it All at Huh. They got,
what are you laughing at?
2,000 followers. I don't know. Maybe I missed something. I'm not sure. I think it's a TCG. They have no website. They have a Discord link. I went to go to the Discord link. It wasn't working. So I don't know what to say about this one. So that's why I was like, all at, huh? This one lost me a little bit. I don't really see anything. I'll try scrolling down.
I don't know. Did you say you can't join the Discord?
No, let's see if it works now. I tried joining it, and oh, maybe it will now. Okay, last night when I went to go do this, it would not let me join it. So I'm not going to join it live right now. But
there's 23 members, mate. That's all there is in the Discord. It's early days, mate. They actually wasn't live until today. So
okay, well then, yeah, that's what happened. I went to go join it last night, and it wouldn't work. And so there was no website. I was looking for anything on it, and I'm guessing it's a TCG, but I'm not even sure.
Mate, it's you know, I'm going to be honest with you. There's been so many games to prepare for today that I just went, you know what? I'm going to hope that WT did all the research. And this one go, yeah, mate, yeah, I agree.
I did do all the research. That's all I got.
All right, good. So I didn't waste my time.
I did all the research I could, and that's all I could come up with. I was trying.
I'm super pumped for this game.
yeah. I'm gonna give this one a 5, because I don't know. That's why I started with all at because I don't know.
It's all at once up, because I started at 5%.
Well, it was kind of funny. It was all at once, but you're not giving me anything, so it's all at 0. Man, it's probably like an awesome game, and here I am ripping on it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Next up, the one that we're trying not to confuse, Age of Mars, 9,000 followers. You're gonna have to help me out with this one because I did not have a chance to look at this one at all.
This is down the end of the list, mate. When I was telling you that, you know, when I was going over time preparing. So I haven't prepared too much. So.
Okay, well, let's look through it here. There's a trailer. Let's see. Oh, that guy's running. Oh, don't want to blast. I feel like I've seen this before. No, this is the trailer.
I haven't seen it.
Reminds me of what the heck is that game?
This is cinematics and not the gameplay.
Right. Borderlands. The style reminds me of Borderlands. Right off the top of my head. There's a vehicle.
2 Mars games with very similar game styles. Man, this is Borderlands, isn't it? But not so. Like the cinematics are kind of AAA. Looks good.
Let's see if I can find some gameplay on it. Let me pause that.
Media. Is that a screenshot? What are those tabs? Video. No.
Closed beta now.
Oh well, we'll wait. It's self-announced. So we can wait until we, once Immutable announces it, and we'll go into deeper then. But yeah, nothing we can really comment.
Oh, look,
we're
here
a
we
bit
go.
unprepared.
Oh, I got a video. Hold on. I just found something.
Good.
Picture this.
We'll look at it real quick.
Yeah.
Get rid of that ad.
Here we go. Oh, that looks good. Wow, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, look at those graphics. Wow. It's the racing on Mars gameplay. Oh wait, Redline. This is a different game. It's not
No, that's the name. This is the game. Age of Mars Redline.
Oh, okay.
So Redline usually means like cars. So it's the
Right.
Age of Mars Redline, or is it Age of Mars? Is it maybe it's the second game? We'll come back to it, and we apologise for not doing the proper research. Please forgive us. This is the 15th game we had to prepare for in this episode. So have you noticed like the quality of the games that Immutable's been winning lately?
Yes.
Like,
yeah,
there's been a few low quality ones come in there, but the games are just getting like more often way higher quality games. So this looks good too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we'll save it for next time for sure. I just seen these, so I was just quickly pulling up while we were chatting. Yeah, we'll come back to that one for sure. That's that one. We're to the rumor mill now. First up, Mythia RTS, real-time strategy game and development, Realm of War.
Yeah, so Play Mytha is Rumoured Games is building Karnak Legacy, which is the game, the extraction mobile shooter they're building. It's on Immutable, and the reason I know this one is probably going to be built on Immutable is if you go to Rumoured Games' account, you can see that their second post 3 hours ago, this confirmed it that they're building a marketplace for both their games on Immutable, powered by Immutable. So that's confirmed. So since I had the rumor, that's pretty much that's a confirmation that it's coming to Immutable as well. So it's probably could have been put into the self-announced. But yeah, so that's enough. We'll go more into that once it's confirmed that it's building on Immutable properly.
Okay.
The next 4 games that are in the rumor mill are all from my source. That has come true for all the games that I've said the rumor conversions. Pretty much 9 out of 10 of them are from this person's information I get. So
well, I hope this one's right because they got 331,000 followers. Counterfire.
Yeah. I'm pretty certain. I've got 2 pieces of data. I know that person has indicated it, as well as there's another piece. I can't remember where it was, but there's another piece of data that says this is Immutable. So be expecting an announcement for that pretty soon, I'd say. They don't have any announcements of chains anywhere, so that's normally a good sign. They've been around since December 21, so 22, 23, nearly 3 years now. 2.5 years.
No. This one.
Well,
I think we've talked about this one before, haven't we?
No.
I thought we did.
No. This one is the Solana game that went to Arbitrum, and now I believe they're going to expand to Immutable as well. Again, another just rumor. If they go on multi-chain, you'd think you'd build on Immutable, wouldn't you? If you're going to do Solana and Arbitrum, then what's the other big one? It's Immutable, and Ronin doesn't do multi-chain, so it's pretty much. Although you wouldn't call Ronin a big chain, would you?
No, it's like a couple chain links. That's about it. About 13 to be exact.
No. So yeah, we'll see. If there's announcements in the next couple of weeks of them joining Immutable, it'll be interesting because they've been building for a long time.
Yeah, looks like they're with Mon Protocol doing some sort of partnership. Also, 74,000 followers. Creature Collection MMO. That's what I got off this one. Just a quick blurb from what I looked at.
Yep.
And then we got Flight Force 4. Say that fast 5 times. Yep. And yeah.
FF4, Flight Force 4. Yeah.
don't know a lot
My
about
bad.
this one here. Web3 sci-fi
Just
shooter built on Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
I think this is the
Yeah,
one that's kind of like Call of Duty style, maybe.
Yeah. It's a first-person shooter.
Yep.
It's good. I believe they're coming to Immutable. Might be wrong. This one I'm less convinced on, but and Aethir Strike as well. The similar.
Before we talk about
Wow.
this happened last night and happened again. I go there and I get this, but you can get there. I was like, what? I've never seen that before. Gives you a warning. But yeah, Aethir Strike.
Yeah, well, it's Aethir, so they want to be on Aethir, and so usually being off Aeth, the closest thing you can be to being on Aeth is Immutable, because of the equivalency. No other gaming chain has an Eth equivalency. So
Right.
if they're, a lot of games that when they've got Aethir in their word, they will want to build like Immutable have a head start. But yeah, I believe they're coming to Immutable. Might be wrong, but that's the final rumor. Can I surprise you with one?
Yeah.
You're gonna love this one. Look up time lapse. Type time lapse in to Twitter.
This one?
Mm.
Is it Space it maybe?
Let me find it. Play. Sorry, so there's a game. It's actually pretty certain. It's not a rumor. It's actually coming to Immutable. I found out 3 minutes before we started this podcast. I'll find it for you. It is Playtime Raiders, not time lapse. Playtime Raiders.
All right. That's a little different.
Yeah, sorry. My goldfish memory brain, mate. Time lapse, time raiders. So this game is Playtime Raiders.
There it is.
All one word. There it is.
Okay.
So if you click on their website and check it, you're going to love this game, mate. What an awesome idea, man, for a game. So it's like Engines of Fury and Shutdown style. Look at that.
Oh,
But you get put in any scenario because you open up a time warp and you get sent through this time warp to any time in history in this location that you're in. So like it could be you got like these machine guns, so you can see dinosaurs, so you can see like it could be any theme at all. It's such a good idea for Web3 and you got to go to these different zones and collect NFTs from these zones. So you don't have to buy them. You play the game to get the NFTs, and that NFTs open up new abilities, like getting like things dropped off to you in your zone to help you conquer the the next thing. You're gonna love that game, aren't you?
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought. So this is still a rumor, though, right?
No, it's on Immutable.
Oh
100%.
yeah. I'm definitely gonna want to.
It's not announced. Yeah, it's not announced yet, but it's a rumor, but it's 100%. I absolutely know this one.
So why I like this is because obviously the top-down shooter, but it's different. And I was gonna bring this up or later on, but I'll bring it up now. Is like it just seems like a lot of the games are just they're their own game, but they're all doing the same thing. It's either MOBA, TCG. First-person shooter or whatever, and there's nothing really to differentiate them significantly from each other. But like this, check
that one out. And the dinosaur comes through the portal where you are instead of you going to it. And everyone starts running. Shit!
Yeah, this is
good.
Different. I want to see more different games of this style. Yeah, very cool. I'm glad you brought that one up for sure. We'll have to keep our eyes on that one. Anything else about it before we move on?
Nah, that's all, mate. Thought I'd just drop that little. Yeah. I didn't want to wait for that one for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever, how long it is until we do the next. So I thought that was such an exciting game. I think it's another quality game building on Immutable.
So this next one is kind of an infrastructure piece. We're in the section of non-gaming projects building on Immutable. Spielworks. Looking through this, I felt like this was similar to Beam, and their WAM play would be the marketplace, or am I reading this wrong?
It's Atomic Hub, the same company. No, you're not reading it wrong. It's the difference between these guys don't have their own chain, I don't believe. So
Yeah,
and like, just recently,
go ahead. Sorry.
Go. They've also bought Chain Monsters, the game that died on Immutable X. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there as well. So they're like a gaming, like Forge, like how where you in-game achievements, that kind of thing. I thought potentially, the way Beam's been behaving and Sphere's been behaving, I wouldn't be surprised if this is we're going to leave Beam and go to the Spielworks, because remember Beam put the Sphere marketplace on the page, and then they on the what's it called, the rewards page, and then was taken off all of a sudden.
Yes. Yeah, I do remember
that. After they started tweeting these games are building on Beam, and they're just using the marketplace,
right?
Sphere marketplace. It's not Beam, and so I just think that these Beam guys are self-serving. That like, of course they want to succeed, but you don't need to piggyback and leverage and lie and deceitfully. You go back to the day when they took the tokens back from YGG. YGG invested in them, and they had a DAO vote, and they voted to get rid of YGG. Like, completely would be illegal in outside of Web3. It probably would be illegal if YGG wanted to take them to court. And it was disgusting behavior back then, and it's not. And for me, that's when I started to have this concern with Merit Circle, and so I think that this could be, like you just said, this is a Beam replacement. I hope it is, because I can't stand that organization.
The thing that stands out to me the most is they're boasting 7 million users. Obviously, we don't know how many of those are bots or whatever, but if that's at least, even if it's just like, even honestly in this space, if that's just like 10% of that, like real volume, like heck yeah. But
I don't listen to any. I don't even believe Immutable when they say how many numbers they've got of things. So
I'm just hoping,
why
brother.
would I believe?
I'm just hoping.
they're full of shit, mate. Have you seen Atomic Hub?
Everybody is. Everybody is.
Anyone that launches a game, an NFT collection on Atomic Hub, doesn't sell anything. So
right,
it's they're a ghost town, mate. So
and the hope
hopefully Spielworks. Yeah, I hope Spielworks has bought Atomic Hub, and I don't know this. I haven't done enough research to know if Atomic Hub has been merged into Spielworks, or if this has always been the same company. But they don't have much traction on their Atomic Hub marketplace for Immutable anyway. So
yeah, they only got 2,000 followers on Spielworks. Yeah, now my hope is fading for that 7 million users.
Yeah,
fading quick. Next up, get away from the fade. Aethir, building scalable, decentralized cloud infrastructure for gaming and AI. They've got 883,000 followers. I like that number. Yeah, you got to have cloud computing, right?
Yeah. They have like the GPUs. So I don't know how it works. There's lots of games that build on them. There's lots of games that partner with them, but still have another chain. So it's on-chain cloud. What are they? Like, are they a chain? It sounds like they're a chain, but just for a specific, chain-based storage or something. I don't know.
My first thought was they were kind of like Render, where they have that cloud space for the GPU, and I'm sure they have a token somewhere that you have to use to buy that space, and that was my first thoughts, but I don't know that for sure. I haven't had a chance to really dive into them a whole lot, but they're focused for gaming solutions, and I would assume Immutable needs cloud computing of some allocation, and that's why they brought them on.
Yeah.
And why do I have this here? Did I miss
you
something?
skipped one. Yeah, you missed that one. That's cool.
Okay.
So,
all right, we'll hit it now.
Yeah.
Axel.
Yeah. No.
Axel. I can't say that one.
Axelar.
Axelar Network. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. You had in here something about bridging, was it? Or no, earn more gems. We're earning more gems, right?
Yeah. That's what it is. I've put the wrong link in there. Actually, that's why I've confused you. It's linking to Engines of Fury. I think you've worked that out and put the right one in there.
I did earlier. I was like,
Yep.
man, he really wants me to talk about Engines of Fury a lot. So, but
Yeah.
this is I don't know what all this means, so you're gonna have to help me with this one.
So if you look at the so Squid is I believe a Dex or a swap feature, like layer swap. And I've done some user experience training with Immutable and seen like when like right now you got a fast bridge, and it goes straight to layer swap. There's going to be a new step where you choose what swap to use. So, for example, Squid might do 15 coins, but it doesn't do GOG, and layer swap does GOG. Right now, you can move GOG through layer swap if you don't know into ZK EVM. So you can move GOG in there, but from Ethereum anyway. But you can't move IMX. It's just ridiculous.
Right.
So Squid's coming to Immutable's toolkit as another option for swapping and bridging and all the DeFi tools. But also, I thought why I wanted to talk about this was because the gems. You can make earn more gems if you look at that right on the right mate. Earn gems on Immutable. So not many people in our community know about this. So we're not going to say in the Discord that this is available for people to get more gems. So we're just going to say, if you want to learn how to get more gems, you have to listen to the podcast. And if you came here to listen to the podcast, it's from the Discord message. This is the part you're looking for. So, you're going to bridge tokens from Ethereum into ZKVM. Follow these steps in this process here on this website. We'll link it in the show notes. And you will be able to get more gems. I don't know how many there are, but you'll get more.
Nice. Very nice. Cool. Good stuff. And we got to talk some GOG. They launched not too long ago, and I gotta be honest. Like I was expecting more bugs and issues with the launch, and I really didn't see anything until last night with the Boss Rush. Boss Rush was supposed to come out last night, and they had some issues, so they had to postpone it by a day. But besides that, I haven't seen any crashes. I haven't seen any bugs. I haven't seen any major issues of like lag. So I think so far, considering, I think it's been a success for what Chris Clay promised right off the bat here for the original launch. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, man. Overall, I'm quite impressed by the game. Just the bugless kind of hardly any bug. I was facing a bug, but a bug was very favorable to me. So I have a car cook, and if he was not dead but had no hit points, the game would freeze. So I would have to restart, and it would give me another shot at that dungeon level, reset me back one level. So I could then experiment to try again, and then come out of it without him nearly dead. With him do different combinations of ultis and things like that to get it right. So it happened only about 10 times. I was about to send a bug report, but it's been fixed since the last patch. So that's why I didn't send a bug report. But yeah, that's the only bug I've seen.
Yeah, it's been a very positive experience on that end so far. Arena, I'm a little mixed on this one because it's just kind of like, do I have more power than these guys? Yes, okay, I can win. That's the way it's been, but I did run into
it's more than that.
I ran into a squad last
Okay.
night that they had less power than me, and I could not beat them. That was the first time I had seen since I've been doing Arena. So you're saying it's more than that?
Yeah, man. Like, so when you first start, it's just like that. But when you get up to I'm in the top 100 sometimes, and I just get people that I've got a really good combination for PvP. If I can just get my tanks to survive, I use Giselle to lure their people towards her, and she starts running away, so they get all moved over to my one tank. That's the tankiest, and he dies. By the time he dies, they're onto my other tank, who has like like that car cook who doesn't die when he gets to 0. He stays alive.
Mm-hmm.
So and I get like another 4 or 5 seconds of him alive when he's dead. Should be dead. And by then, my Leah and Giselle are max in power, and I just go, and my other and another mage I've got, and I just go nuke, refresh, nuke, and then they're all dead. So I kill people, I kill like people that are like 200,000 and 300,000 more power than me.
Wow.
Like I'm 1.3, and I'm smashing 1.6s and 1.7s.
Okay, I'm doing something wrong then, but in my defense, we'll get to the gripe. I'll save it for the gripe here. So
have you got video of it of Guild of Guardians to show?
Well, I was running the demo there.
I mean, like maybe there's some gameplay somewhere else.
Somebody's got something somewhere.
Mm.
Yeah, but that's the arena there right there. That's solemnly swear. Endless. They've got to change it. It's too long. And
ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, I mean it's literally taken me,
Could you put that meme in there? Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, I talked to you about this the other night. I want to see them make it to where if you want to progress further in Endless, you go manual and you fight your way through it to get as high as you can, and then whichever level you get to, let's say it's 33, that's as far as you can go. That's what you can auto at, and you need to have an energy booster though to get that option. That way you can throw some value into the NFTs or something like that. But as is, it's a chore. It's a chore now. I'm not enjoying it because it's a chore, and I think they need to change that. Sure.
I didn't do it yesterday, so I'm like, and then I realized that I'm missing out on all those. I'm struggling to get my heroes to level up because I'm just auto battling every single dungeon, endless. I was spending time on that and auto battling all the normal dungeons. So it was just so, and I just don't have my general thought of GOG is I just don't have time to play this game. Like I've invested so much money in it that I'm forcing myself to play it. If I didn't have any skin in the game, I probably would play it just arena or like, you know what I mean? Like just not care about how much, if I miss a day of that. Like right now I feel that I've spent all this money and I've got a chance to win. I've got a really powerful lineup. I've got this chance to win some money of that money back. So I'm feeling obliged to play it as much as I can. Mm-hmm. But to be honest with you, man, every time I'm playing, I'm thinking of Epic War. I'm like, can I go back and play Epic War? Because I'm having way more fun in Epic War than I am with than GOG, to be honest with you.
Wow, that's pretty big.
Yeah,
that's pretty big. Yeah, I think my biggest love so far is it's here. We can play it. I'm sure Chris is gonna fine tune some things to get it even better, but it's here, and there's no major bugs or anything. So I'm gonna be patient with it for a while, but I want to see the quality of life kick in and less time to have it play, because the rewards in the endless do matter. So if you're not playing it, you're missing out on rewards to progress further. But if you do, you got to spend some time to do it. So just looking forward to see where they go with it.
Yeah, Chris has nailed it. He's just got this knack, hasn't he, for getting it right. You know what I mean? Like I really was skeptical that I would actually enjoy the game, and the only gripe I've got is how much time is required.
Right.
It's just I don't want to feel that I have to play that much. Like Epic War, I can play or not play, and I don't miss out on anything. But I can have so much fun when I decide to play it. So you kind of like, it's like that MMO. If you don't play, you miss out sort of feeling. And I think they need to change that. And like, I think even the endless run, being like you do one endless run and then you can just auto the other 3, then like that would make a lot of sense. You'd put your hardcore effort into the first run and you go bang bang bang, auto run it 4 times because you get 4 endlesses a day, because of the pass and the gems.
Yep,
you can spend time. So and you can just do once. That would be enough. One run of them, 10 minutes of arena, and then, or the other thing I think they could do okay, this is a different point. I've lost track of I've lost the synergy. I got another idea and went off on that point. So I'll go back to this one. Just take the time consumption down on the endless. I think that would solve all that feeling for me, because I didn't do it yesterday, and now I'm demotivated because I missed out on doing it, and I missed out. Then I realized I don't have the tokens or the endless gems to buy those power ups for the players.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know that trying to get them to level up higher is, I don't know. You got to do everything. You got to do everything or spend money. And I still don't think that'd be enough. Even with spending $100, that would get them to max level. What I could, I'm well off my max levels on them.
Right.
And I've only got five and a half. Like, I've got 5 heroes between 90 and one just hit 100. One's on 90 and a couple are on 95, and the other one's on 100. And I've got one on 55, and the rest is like 10 or 12 or something like that, which wouldn't do anything, wouldn't even move the needle at the high levels. So, I think, that's annoying me. I want to be able to get to max level and do it by playing, and I can't do that.
Right.
I spend thousands of hours and I can't do that. And my train of thought that I did leave was, now I've lost it. Is that the game? I'm surprised that the game's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's really, really well done, and it's like each engage, like for an auto battler, there is a little bit of decision to make, and it's a bit of payoff moments, and it's those, when you just save it and do a crit at the right time, things like that. It's like you get your ulti off just in the nick of time to save your tank. It's just got some good payoff moments that I didn't expect to feel. So good on you, Chris. Done a good job, mate.
Yeah, I think they're gonna tweak it. I have a feeling they're gonna tweak it. They got to make it more adaptable, and I'm pretty sure they will. This next one.
Before you move on, I just wanted to, are you talking about GOG still, or are you?
No, I was moving on. But
okay. Last thing about GOG is that I've lost my thought again. Is the heroes having to reset them and that? Like, I don't want to do that. I just want to be able to level them up and have them more leveled up. And I want to have all 200. Like, I'm a collector, so there's 200 heroes, but you can only have 60. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see the page that shows all the heroes you can get and the ones you've got and what level they are on it. So I can see that I'm progressing all the heroes to all the high levels. I don't like this, this fake resetting the hero back to 0 and getting all the materials and then reallocating. I think that's a stopgap kind of solution to solve a problem of creep or experience. I don't know. I just prefer, to me, if I play one hero, it levels up, it stays leveled up. That's my opinion.
Got you. Well, hopefully Chris hears this and he'll take it into account, and who knows? You never know. I'd like to see more XP given out, so that way I can have multiples. I'm just sticking with my 5 for right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right.
Like, I want to level more. I want to get all 200. I don't have to have them in the vault. I want them all be able to in the game, and I want to see my progress as a collection as well. That where I'm at with all my heroes. Like, I don't want to have just 5 that have got stuff and the other ones are useless. I want to be able to go, this dungeon doesn't like this hero. I just want to swap this hero in, get rid of that one. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to go reset it, get the new one in, and then rebuild it. Like, I'd rather just have to progress them all to be able to use them.
Mm-hmm.
That's maybe people won't like that idea, but I think I prefer it.
I'm gonna have to lean on you for this next one here. Imaginary ones. Autobots roll out. Looks like what are they gonna do? Skins of Transformers with this, or do you got any information on that one? I know you're big into imaginary ones.
I just love Transformers, man. I'm a massive Transformers fan. Like, I grew up with collecting them, and like Optimus Prime. I've watched all the movies 5 times each. Like, it's my cartoon. It was my favorite cartoon as a kid, and this is the only PFP I've ever bought. Oh, actually, that's a lie. I bought a Synergy Land game. The one that was on Solana. That's my only Solana purchase I've ever made. I bought a PFP for that game, and then I stopped using Solana when I researched it and realized how insecure it is. Then I, went, I'm just going to buy game stuff now. I'm not going to buy PFPs. I never bought a PFP ever again. And this game just sucked me in. Sorry, this PFP collection from Imaginary Ones, and I spent 3 times the whitelist price aftermarket to get into it, and we got a legendary. So I've been affiliated with them since that. I was writing an article about Nate Rivers, the guy that scammed and butted, and then later on found out for OK Bears. On Solana, saying imaginary ones are a slow rug, and now OK Bears is the one that's a slow rug, useless thing and it came out later that he was paid by them to FUD, on their team, their payroll. So he was there FUDding his competition. So I had this big conflict with him then. I've had interactions with him as well to tell him what I think of him. And I was writing this article, and with all the receipts, I've got it ready to go if he ever says anything, just to go. Screenshots, not links, so that he can't back out of it and say, here's the proof, mate, of the story of you and your scam. So, and just to see them come through that, went through a year of hell. One of my friends, Dave, who got hacked, he's a big Yuga guy, ex-Axie guy as well. He was on AK Bear's side and said, I'm disappointed with Imaginary Ones, and to see them go through that to where they are now, partner with Immutable, 6 games on the way, building a metaverse like a Roblox world where you build a world out of bubbles, because the whole theme's bubbles. Your character's made out of bubbles, and now the Transformers, Hugo, all these relationships they've got, they've just really come through, and they're just like this elite organization now. It's just one of my happy stories in Web3. It's one of the only ones I got. So yeah, and just this. So that's the context of the whole story, why it's important to me, this Transformers, and why we're talking about it. Because it's just a personal thing for me. I just really love it.
Yeah, awesome.
We've done this one already, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That I think we've already hit that one, so I'm going to keep moving on. So you brought this up, ERC 1155. It's a better contract. You can do more in it. It's more efficient. I don't know all the nuts and bolts of it, but I just know you can do more, and it's more efficient, and I believe it's also more secure, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, it's later in version, so it would be more secure for sure. So it's ERC 721 only allows you to transfer 1 token of the same kind at one time. So if you say, you can't send, hey, can I transfer these 3 NFTs to you right now from this collection, and they're all 721s. He won't let you do it. It'll only let you do one at a time, I believe, unless it's got technology built around it that does it, something funky sort of thing. You see when you're on Immutable and you do a transaction that's multiples, remember how it pops up 5 times for you to confirm 5 times?
Yep.
That's because it's a 721 and it doesn't have this feature. So ERC 1155, you could send all 5 NFTs in just one transaction.
Nice.
And it also doesn't have to be the same collection even. So that's very flexible. This is the reason they left, StarkX. StarkX is 721 only. They don't have 1155 available. They couldn't build it into StarkX because StarkX hasn't enabled it. So this is, zkEVM. This is the power of zkEVM. They can implement any Ethereum standard they want because it's Ethereum equivalent. And this is live. It's in testnet and it's about to go live. So games can. I know that Infinity Games, they're building all their collections ERC 1155. So they'll be stoked about this. They were when I spoke to them a couple of weeks ago. They were like, we're disappointed we can't because it's 7. We want to use 1155, so we've got to look at other options. Now they might not. Now they might be able to stay because this is available. It's in testnet now, so you can build right now. It's equivalent. Testnet is exactly the same as mainnet, just testnet. So, and then Token Trove will have it live the day it's live. They're building. That's what they're focused. That's why they're a bit behind on other things at the moment because they're focusing entirely on having Token Trove ready to sell ERC 1155s.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, definitely need it for sure. Immutable is growing the Web3 gaming ecosystem with 800K active users this month, with more than 60 plus games to come in the next 9 months. And I think they're going to break that up in 3 sections, like 20 games here, take a break, 20 games here, take a break, and then another 20 games, right?
No, well, what I meant with that was, well, maybe I don't know. It'll be when the games are ready. But if 60 games to the end of the year is 2 releases, so what if you do release one every day? My math isn't very good though, so it's probably a game every other day. Yeah, so 60 days is 2 months. So it's release, break, release. So every 3 days they release a game.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, that was confirmed by Robbie as well.
Yep. Yeah, he said 64 actually, but whatever.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Well,
and Immutable Passport has officially passed. Immutable Passport has officially passed. I don't like the way they worded that there, but whatever. They 1 million signups. 1 million signups. Let's be real. I'm sure some of those are duplicates and possibly bots.
I'm 5 of them. So, I know one of our Discord members is doing the gems 22 times.
Oh.
22 passports. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we're at about 150 to 200,000 real people on passport. I'd say.
Yeah, I think it's more something like that. But hey, they've got the numbers to show it, and that's them and a lot of other people do that too.
Yeah, I've already said their name, which I didn't want to say this episode, but I've said it once by accident, so I won't say it again. But there's another one that, goes off all the time.
Yep.
About their numbers, and it's all bots. Marching bands, as they call it.
Oh, we're up to your shorts. I was getting ready to ask you what you were pissed off about.
You missed one.
I did.
There's
so much. It's hard.
I didn't have I just didn't have a link to it. It's a really, really cool features live now on Immutable. So for developers. So if you go to Outlaw Troopers pre-sale, I don't know if you can bring that up, but just like the toolkit is a widget, and you've seen the toolkit used on other websites, you've seen it built into Passport. You know the ability to swap a coin is ran by Immutable in the back end, and you just hit an API and it does it, sort of thing. Yeah, so FGL, mate. Or
that's right. I forget that always throws me off.
Yeah, so you can sell, swap, buy with fiat, and mint all in one tool. So if you're building a sales page like Troopers are, you should see pre-sale somewhere. Or just go to Outlaw Troopers pre-sale.
I don't see it.
They don't have a.
Unless it's in here.
But so their page. Yeah. So is it say pre-sale anywhere?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you see that that page where it says the price or the buy now, and if you click on buy now, on their page, like normally, see how that's an Immutable widget?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that looks exactly the same as what Immutable processes, yeah?
Right.
So it's because it's Immutable's technology. They're just hitting an API to say plug in this widget, and when they hit this button, run the Immutable pre-made tool that does this for us. So normally, other websites would have to go and code this whole process, what the logic is, all this kind of stuff. It'd be quite complex to write. That's why you don't see a lot of games launch their NFTs on their own pages. There are some that have the resources to do it, but most of them go to Exterio, or they go somewhere else. And it's because it costs a lot of money and a lot of effort, and things can go wrong, lots of testing, months of work to get it to work. But now you can just do the front end. You just do whatever you want the pictures are, whatever menus you need, and then those menus link to a widget, not to your own code. They link to Immutable's code. You just give it some parameters, that when you click this button, it means this collection here, here, and here. And then if they hit buy, give them the option to use these payments or these tokens. Yeah. And you're not actually writing the code that actually takes that payment. So it's real. I don't know if I'm explaining it very clearly or not, but it's super powerful. And you know, the feedback was it's amazing UI. There was a few headaches. The Outlaw Troopers were the first guys to implement it. No one they were the guys that trialed it. But he said he's really impressed, and we're actually going to talk about it on the pod. I said, can we talk about this? Can you go into detail? So the interview we have with these guys next couple of days time, they're going to tell us about all this minting widget, so how it works and all that stuff. So anyone that's technically inclined or wants to hear about this stuff, listen to the next episode.
Awesome. Yeah. That's a great breakdown there, and we're up to you again with what's happening on Immutable with your shorts, not the kind that you wear.
Well, I realized I have not really prepared myself. Wagme Games launched their anime trailer. That was an Ember Sword. Has a big update about the technology behind they're building their own engine for the game, which is going to revolutionize browser gaming. I think we spoke about this already. Aerodania Warrior is releasing in July. I think I've gone back too far. There's Blade of Gods had a play test. Across the Ages teasers Arise, which I'm all know I'm really excited about. You can DQuest has Immutable passport connectivity now, which is pretty cool.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, you can. You still need to log in with MetaMask, I believe, but you can attach your passport to your profile now. Legends of Bezogia, or just Bezogia, is partnering with Immutable, and they've got passport. You can go mint right now if get this episode in time. It's the 1st of June. Maybe you might not get it in time. Got a couple of days, I guess, so you should get it. Sharbound playtest is on. Epic Wars live now. That's a great game. If you haven't heard it, seen it, played it, play it. Bad Mad Robots has decided to go exclusive on Immutable. You can buy Baby Doge on IMX soon. So that's a Katana Inu. That's only $20, and it's a pretty cool feature. I looked it up. You can get some pretty cool bonuses from buying it. And Chronoforge has got a playtest now. Another really cool thing is user growth. Immutable's third on user growth. So verifiable. It's at 1.67 million users per week now. I think it is monthly. 1.67 million monthly users on their platform, which is the third fastest growing. 24% growth in the last month. So pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cougar Bash is Web 2 versions available for $4.50 on Steam. Ember tokens getting launched on June the 13th, and Land Rocket gameplay looks really cool. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I've never seen the gameplay before until today, so that's why I wanted to say it. Well, there's something else I was supposed to talk about in here, wasn't I? I remember what you said to just mention it here, but I can't remember.
The OKX ZKM
that's
compatible
it.
now.
Yeah, okay. So it's got an Immutable X marketplace already. I didn't know that. I thought they'd announced it, but never built it. But actually, you can buy Immutable X stuff there as well as ZKVM. So, and now ZKVM is live there. It's not too bad. It's a decent marketplace. And that's the shorts, mate. Sorry, that was a longer one. That wasn't really that short.
This whole episode is long, so we'll keep the continuation going. What won't be long will be what is pissing us off on my end, but I'm gonna catch you off guard this week. This guy's kind of big in the community. I don't know exactly who he is, or I think he's involved with Kratos Guild and all those big guildies, whatever. But I had a beef with this a couple weeks ago when they launched. I have no problem with Justin Helaw getting some props. I definitely don't have any problem with Chris Clay getting some props, because he's the man that resurrected this project from the dead. And he even claimed that it would have been longer than we are being told, by 3 to 4 years, by this man right here. To put this man in this conversation as a congratulations is a travesty. It's an insult to the community. This man has caused more damage to this community than anyone by a long shot. And to put him in a congratulations when he was allowed to take a victory lap after what he had done, that really pissed me off. So I don't know Galen. I've never talked to him. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but like you need to, I don't know, maybe that's your buddy or something, but that really pissed me off.
He's the owner of Warpgate. He's the owner of Warpgate, the one that used to follow me and unfollowed me, mate. So there's a double whip. That's an awesome one for me, mate, because I couldn't
believe he threw him in the conversation. I did respond to him, and I was just like, you got to be kidding me. So that's what pissed me off this week.
Well, you might be happy to know that his game's got like 300 players per day in Blast. So it's
doing
GOG's
well?
GOG's got 400,000 daily users.
Oh, okay.
and he's got 300. So
I wish him well. I don't think he should be getting any credit for this game. Yeah, he did start it, but like the lies, and just I don't want to see his name ever again tied to this game ever. So what you got this week?
I'm totally unprepared, to be honest with you.
You're not angry?
I'm going to do a U, mate. I'm not going to talk about Web3.
Okay.
I've got the flu for 2 weeks today, and you know that feeling when you're coughing and you might have heard me cough a couple of times during this episode. Like I feel a bit tired. That's about it, but I'm not sick anymore. But it just lingered like this for like 4 days, and I'm just so annoyed. Like, I just wanted to go away. I'm a very bad sick person because I very rarely get sick. It's my first sickie in over a year with this job. And if you know Australians, death, taxes, and sickies are only things that are guaranteed in this life, in Australia. So, I've had 2 weeks off pretty much, like where I've virtually done nothing all day. So, because I just can't get the energy. So I just want it to be over, mate. I just want it to be over because I've just had enough.
Okay, That's it.
The flu's pissed me off. Maybe I should have got the flu jab. My wife said to me, yeah, well, because I don't do jabs like unless I absolutely have to.
Right.
And so I did the vaccine because our government, mate, they're just like pretty much they send the police around your house if you don't do it. So just wait, whatever. Whatever happens. But like, I just don't willingly put needles in me unless I, think it's going to save my life. And so she's like, you got the flu because the baby and me got the jab and now we didn't get sick. But guess what? She's caught it now. So much for this jab, mate.
Yeah. Yep, I hear you. So, we're coming down the home stretch here. Robbie was talking tokens. I really didn't hear a whole lot of new stuff. In fact, like, I want to hear better questions. Like, it's the same questions to him all the time. I think there could be so much better questions. But I think the thing that really stuck out to me, I just said earlier, 64 games coming out this year. The other thing that he said, I have not heard him talk about this in a very, very long time. He talked about RWAs, real world assets. That's something that he's excited about and how they're going to be tokenized. And a long time ago, talking 2-3 years ago, I asked him a question live in a Discord chat about Immutables long term, and he was talking about wine being tokenized and like shoes, and he's hinted several times to real estate and things outside of gaming being tokenized. And I've been saying forever, I think games is they have a long way to go still. I'm talking way down the road. Games is their playbook, and once they master this, I think they branch out into other things. And we know his background and acumen and all his ties, and could definitely see, I'm talking years and years and years down the road, Immutable bringing other things into their ecosystem. And so every time he talks about this stuff, my ears perk up.
He said that before. He said gaming first and then everything else. He said it.
Yeah.
So
he's been very vague about it, though.
I don't think that they will like be immutable. Like I think it'll be like a completely separate team that builds a completely separate blockchain that's for real world assets. They're probably working on it already, but he doesn't want to pollute that name. People join Immutable because they are dedicated to gaming and their tools, like just what we talked about, ERC 1155 to enable way more customization and then and flexibility with contracts, as well as the minting API and the minting widget. Those minting API, why would people need that for moving DeFi around? Like, it's all built for gaming, so you can't pollute it yet until they're the number one, until they win. And that's what I got from this meeting. I got the meeting that Immutable's won. Like, they're at 340 games now, so that was 20 just like 20 days ago. They're signing a game a day, on average around about, so. And we're seeing the sheer increase in number of games being announced and games not being announced that come out. Like AEW, like it was just like a quick little, this game's out now, go play it. That's it. That's all they got. Didn't even have a link to their socials on it. You know what I mean? Like there's these games. It's only because they're a big partner, Warner Brothers. They do Block League Golf and BR Watch to Win, that's the same company. So they probably, otherwise they probably wouldn't even announced it because of the quality of the game.
Right.
But you said that 340 games, but also 1,000 self-service games that they don't even deal with, that are just
that's right. Yeah, I remember hearing that too. Yeah, good point. I forgot about that one. Yeah.
And I found it funny that he talking about how they rank studios, and I think this is what Valorok was talking about. So if they're like, they call them like legendary, epic, and rare, and they rank it like an NFT, the partnerships. So they've got multiple legendary businesses that they're working on projects with right now. So Ubisoft is one of them. What is the other one? And he said out of 30 giant... Huh?
He said Ubisoft and... Oh, man. He did say something
I don't think he said it. Did he? I don't know if he said the name, but I didn't hear it if he did. But there was more than one. Like, because I re-listened to it again to think, did he say two? But he actually said, and the second point is we're working with multiple legendary games. So legendary rated studios already on projects. So he didn't. I thought it said there's two legendary things they're working with at first, but I re-listened to it to make sure that was correct, and it was incorrect. He said he was taking first point's this, second point's this, and the second point was we're working with multiple studios, and Ubisoft was one of them. So yeah, I can't wait to see what those other ones are. What are they? A huge Japanese, Korean studio, or maybe just like a top 20, from between 10th and 20th ranked studio. But he said what the biggest problem is these big companies that are run by boards and, about investment, and it's all about profits. He said there's no use case to prove to the board that this is worth investing in. So they're waiting they all want to work on it. 15 of them have already got teams that are working on stuff. And the other 15 are waiting on a use case to go to the board and say, here's the winner. Yep. This is how we're going to make way more money, which seems like a stupid way to run a business. But anyway.
Well, it's the risk appetite of the board. That's what it comes down to, and they have a fiduciary responsibility to their stockholders. So that might come into play. But I get your sentiment, and yeah, that was a good pickup for sure by you. Yeah. We actually.
Last thing. I thought it was really funny. Robbie mentioned that his two games he's playing right now is GOG and Evermoon. If you heard the last episode that I did with when we talked about the little incident with Victor, I don't know if that was last episode or not, but it was he was quite upset that Arena of Faith was building on Immutable, if you recall. So he and so for Robbie to be playing Evermoon, I thought it was funny.
I must have missed that. I'm a little out of the loop on that with Victor, but I'll have to try and catch up with it on that later. Yeah, I know you're pumped about this one. Arise from Across the Ages. This is a pretty nice video. What I mean, when are we to expect this to be coming out? Do you think?
Probably 2 years. You should show mine rather than theirs. Is the link to YouTube in the show notes?
Yep,
Should be able to.
Yep.
I've cut it. I've super cut it. I'm very proud of my cut. I got to tell me that you're not pumped for anyone that's watching rather than listening for this. Like, look at the quality of the game. That's in game, mate. That's in game.
Yeah.
That's in game. This is all the scenery in the game. It's not. This is not cinematics. That is the game. That is the game. Look at the animations around the magic, the bard playing the music, the shielding. Oh, it's just, I get goosebumps when I look. That's how excited I am. I literally get goosebumps at the end of that video. So yeah, but is everyone else? Am I just crazy? Am I like? I don't think it.
No, I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome for sure.
Yeah. All right.
Where are we at here?
Yeah.
Non-immutable news. Oh. All right. Okay. So I'm not. I know of GME. I know of Roaring Kitty. I haven't been following much. I guess he came back and the stock went crazy and people are making money again, and Jim Cramer's upset again because he thinks this is stupid.
Excuse me.
So yeah, Roaring Kitty's back. GME's pumped up. There he is, right there.
Well, one of our admin is we were introduced because of the GameStop partnership. Yeah, so everyone says that the GameStop partnership was a disaster for Immutable. Well, it was, but it did have some positives to it, and we did retain some people. Most of the partnerships went the loop ring path though, so all these people are following Tycho and loop ring, and there's no games on it. They play Looperland, which is a pixelated, it's not. It's a game, but it's not going to be like a big massive hit. But yeah, Wandering Gale, our shout out to the lad. He's been quite excited for Roaring Kitty to be back because he's an investor in GME, and so is D'Souza actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we got to know each other, because of this GME Immutable loop ring partnership. So it's a shame that this Cohen guy can't see the future, and he's probably just like, this is not where I'm going to make money right now. There's no guarantee. Just cut all that cost out, which makes sense as well. But it's a shame because they could have built the Steam of Web3.
Right.
They have the players. They have the support. They have 50 million people that absolutely love them, that are throwing money at a bricks and mortar company. They could have made a Steam for Web3, Web2, built Player, built their streaming platform, and morphed into the Netflix rather than the Blockbuster. But Ryan Cohen's ended it and said, no, we're staying Blockbuster. And I think these GME people that are massive supporters of this Ryan Cohen guy are just, I don't know, I'm on Jim Cramer's side for the first time in my life. I think that the decision to leave Web3 and just stay with physicals is madness to me. Madness. Especially when physical stores are no point. You can just buy everything you want off Amazon, and everyone's moving that way anyway.
Yep. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that are sorry they didn't jump on this stuff when, it was at this point, and that's the way it goes. So
I thought it's just funny. He just was able to tweet all of a sudden after 2-3 years, and then the price went through the roof, but it fell back down again. So.
Yeah. Well, I think GameStop sold off a bunch too, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I heard that.
Yeah.
It's a cash cow
well, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to sell some more extra shares while they're worth this much, and it won't dilute as much. So.
Yep.
Make sure. And this lightning doesn't strike twice, mate. It was never going to do the same thing as it did last time. Never.
Right.
So, yeah.
And other big news, Ethereum got the ETF approved, just about hit $4,000 USD. It has retraced a little bit since then. I'm not too worried about the price action, to be honest with you. It's just the adoption and how many more people that are taking this stuff seriously that just 1 or 2 years ago were calling it a scam, and it's just It's just another domino to fall. But it's a pretty significant domino too, and so I think it's pretty big news just to validate this entire space. Any thoughts on it?
Yeah, well, it's just once America puts in legislation, it'll be the same story as everything. Like, there's so many people that want crypto supported. The politicians want the votes, so they have to. You look at even Biden's, who was anti-crypto. He's even lying and saying that he's going to bring in support for crypto. He's not going to do that. He's just using that to get votes.
Yeah.
But Trump, I believe, will actually enable. If he gets voted in, he will he'll follow through with his word and set the path for legislation for crypto, and this is another step to make that easier, so because it's legitimizing it.
Here's my conspiracy theory hit. I've been saying this for a while. So if you follow money at all, if you have any money acumen at all, you should know that in this global debt-based economy, it is literally a giant Ponzi scheme, and you have to have new innovation. You have to have a new gimmick to keep that Ponzi scheme going. And I believe that they knew all along that this stuff would be the new gimmick. Now, I'm not saying that crypto is per se a gimmick. It's a new form of moving money, a much more advanced form of moving money, and you have to keep moving money. When money stops moving, taxes are not paid, businesses start to go under, and so to keep the Ponzi moving, you have to move money. And this is their new way, the new trick to kick the can down the road at least one more time, if not twice. So yes, they will all embrace it, and it's only a matter of time, which is a lot of us have been saying.
Sorry. Yeah. No, it's. But remember, America's not the world, so.
I said global. I said global debt.
Yeah. But I mean, with the ETF approval, like it's a big percentage of the economy though, so like a huge chunk of it. So It's great news, just for another step. If legislation comes in and it enables people to get licenses, games to get licenses to use on the App Store to buy and sell NFTs, and with the tokens on the App Store, that would, what I mean, like that. How much more fun would GOG be if we could just use crypto in the app and buy listed NFT from the app? Go, I don't need to sell anymore. Bang, sell. Choose your marketplace, token trove, sell, done, and it's done from in the app on mobile.
Right.
I need to upgrade, just sell. I need to, bang, click on, find the cheapest, just sell in all of the marketplaces available, list them here. Yep, buy that one. Use my GOG tokens to pay for it. Like that will happen only when America puts in legislation, because Apple was legislated in America.
Right.
And they also, anyway, so it's really good news. Robbie tweeted about it as well. He was pretty stoked about it. So.
Yeah, he was happy as heck on that. He's mentioned it on the podcast he did recently too. So, last up on our doc here is Spider Tank's community. Looks like they got hacked on Gala. Gala's been getting beat up bad.
No, this is two things. So Gala got hacked for 5 billion tokens of Gala token, and they were able to do something to blacklist it, so that ultimately means 4.4 billion is now dead and burnt. So because that person cannot transfer that token anymore. So they're 34 billion tokens. So they're dead. They're down to 32. So they're down to 28 billion tokens. It's not that massive percentage of total tokens. But, GOG's only got 2 billion tokens or 1 billion tokens, so it's a lot of tokens. And they were able to sell 21 million tokens, and some of their investors came in and bought for them. But this here is rinse repeat. Gamedia is the GameStop shop that built Gala. If you haven't read that, I'd highly recommend people read it. Like, you can want to scroll through it, and people can pause and read it, show the whole thing. It is well written. It is, I believe them 100% because of all the messaging the Gala comes out with. These people are bad. Jake Brzezinski is greedy. You know, this person's got booted out. They've got a revolving door in their team of people coming and going in the business. They sued the founder. The founders are suing each other. You know, like the benefactor guy goes off. He shoots from the hip when he speaks on Twitter. I say it's the he's got no tax because he's got FU money. Sold Zengar for $10 billion, so he's got so much money, it's crazy. You know, and he just treats people like shit. And they're suing about 5 studios of the 40 studios they had, you know, that we know of. They've sacked all the Mirandas and said that they weren't performing. They sacked all the Walking Dead's team and said they weren't performing. You know, there's Legends Reborn stopped building with them. They had to buy the game off them and take it over. You know, there's all these problems that these studios are having with Gala, and here just describes the way they've been treated is disgraceful. And there's just so much evidence on, you know, like not evidence, but just signals that this is the truth because it's happening elsewhere as well. And so, yeah, ultimately they've tried to bury this company in debt and legal fees and just treated them like crap, man. It's disgusting. Wow. So I sold on my Gala. I've got a node, mate. I've got a Gala node, and I've always kept quiet about Gala, but I spent the NFTs they sell are so expensive, and they're like, I spent stupid money on NFTs at the start, like $6,000 for a legacy crappy land, not even a high level one. It's so the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. You know, so like, and I spent $4,000 on Walking Dead piece of land. If I could have that money back, man, you know, that would be pretty handy. So that was my fault. I never blame them for that, but I knew they were greedy for the prices they put in things then, you know.
Right.
There's no room for the upside for people to profit off. You know, you release the land cheaper and the profit goes up because it's, you know, you buy it for $100 and it goes to $300. Well, when you sell NFTs for $4,000, there's not much room for them to go up, is there? No. So, yeah. They're just greedy company that all about the money, and it's just another reason why we support Immutable. We know this isn't the way they operate. We know by the way they behave and by the experiences we hear from people. Yes, some people don't get great instant responses, but everyone that you know that's building a good game at least gets really great service and has great things to say about them. So, you know, and this is what I took. Why I thought it was important to talk about it is because, yeah, I'm done now. My node's still going, but. Bender, who've had lots of chats with as well on Twitter, blocked me because I had a joke with him. He said there was a tweet about behaving, not arguing with people on the internet. You know, I'm not going to do it anymore. And then, like, quote tweeted, you know, a meme about not arguing on the internet. And he goes, I'm not going to do it anymore. And I said, testing 1, 2, 3, Gala sucks. It was just a joke, but he blocked me. So you just tell that they're just so sensitive and so. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's the Australian American humor gap. I don't know, but that's you know, Australians would know that's just a joke. So maybe it's like me not realizing my emotional intelligence not being on point there. But just all this Gala garbage all in 1 week, and I just went, I'm done with you guys. I'm done. I'm not ever going to say a positive thing about Gala again. I'm going to warn people from now on to get out, even though I've got a node still. I think we just had a second version of what pisses you off this week. Yeah, I could have done that, couldn't I? That could have been it. Yep. It could have been it. But it's not personal. It's not pissing me off. It's because all the people that burn, and there's so many people invest in this company that just give them a pass. This is the worst thing about crypto. These people are disgusting. Yeah, they are absolutely the worst people in the world. And because there's thousands and thousands of people that have invested money in it and have got investment in it, they will not speak up. Oh, but this last Gamedia one started to see people that there's people that have spent $1 million on Spider Tanks NFTs, $1 million, and they are saying, oh, I'm done. So it's this one's going to sink them. I think this is the straw that broke the camel's back. You know, yeah. This is the one that you can just tell that these people are really nice guys and they're being screwed over so hard. Well, this has been a heck of a cast. Lots of information, and we're at our final thoughts of the week. I'm struggling to come up with one. I think my final thought of the week is to
tell all that are still here with us, thank you very much. Don't forget to check out our socials on X, YouTube, and get into that Discord as we have all kinds of packed information, contests. I think we're going to have a game night coming up soon. There's going to be more and more stuff coming into our community, so definitely be in there. And make sure you get some sleep and proper diet this week because it's very important to you. And that is my final thought of the week.
Yep, that's a good one, mate. I went on a bit of a rant before, so I'm not sure I really need to go on too much more. So I'll just say that, it's so cool being like we're past that. I don't know if you felt it, but I was getting quite frustrated with how long it was taking for ZK EVM to go live with games. It was like, is this ever going to happen? I literally started to just go, should I sell my IMX tokens and walk away? Because like, have I been scammed? Sort of thing. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't thinking that, but it was just like that. Come on, hurry up, come out with something, do something.
I remember
that meme with the stick. It was like that feeling in your belly for like 3 months when there's something going to happen in this, other than announcements. I was sick of the announcements. Mm. So I'm back to loving the announcements because there's so much happening on the chain, and the announcements are coming through, and the announcements are having shorter lead time as well. The OKX announcement was only 2 months ago that they're going to be partnering with together, and they've got a new thing to build already. Before, like Passport, it took them 12 months to have something out. So, it's really good time to be an Immutable fan. Thank you again to everyone that listened for this whole entire episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope there's some nuggets in there of fun, and we'll be back with an interview with the Outlaw Troopers very shortly.
Yeah, and just a real quick piggyback on your final thought there. We've seen this several times now they say they're going to do something. Maybe it takes a little bit longer than we thought, but they come through with it. It was with the Polygon announcement, Passport announcement, the ZK EVM. And I remember you getting frustrated with it. And I was a little frustrated too, but I was giving them the benefit of the doubt. So I think we've seen enough from them that when they say they're doing something, they're going to work on it and it's going to come out. But if it's not right and it's not ready, they're not going to release it. So that's not a bad strategy. And any response to that real quick?
Yeah, I think especially if they're in complete control of it. Like, so for example, the GameStop stuff that was supposed to be built, I guess that's out of their hands. If someone's from the other side saying don't want to do it yet, and lying to them and telling them that they're still doing it, so
yeah,
like as long as if it's in their control, they deliver if they say they're going to. That's a
good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So, all right, everybody. I think we got everything, and we'll be back in a few days more, doing an interview coming up here real soon and some other stuff. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Gamers Galaxy. Everybody, take care. Bye bye now.
Bye everyone. Buy from Token Trove with our link in the show notes.
Ooh,
buy from Token Trove. Thank you, sponsors, Token Trove. Bye now.